out of caution than to do something with advanced knowledge that it may be harmful to what we represent.
We're going to go for a short break, and we'll be right back.
Go ahead and advertise on the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience. You can reach us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to assist you.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Travel are experts at cruises that do not require U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome, and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. Back in 2009, a young lady by the name of Jamel Hill, she's currently on ESPN talking sports. She had a commentary, again, on ESPN. The title of the article was "Stern's Silence on Sterling Says a Lot." Donald Sterling make Rush Limbaugh look like Martin Luther King Jr. Think what you will of Limbaugh and his knack for making what maybe many consider to be inflammatory, race-baiting statements. But his short-lived attempt to become an NFL owner isn't nearly as problematic as Sterling's already being an NBA owner. I'm not referring to Sterling's well-documented mismanagement of the Los Angeles Clippers, who had just 2 winning seasons and 1-500 record since he bought them in 1981. I'm talking about the $2.725 million Sterling and his wife agreed to pay Tuesday to settle a federal lawsuit in a historical housing discrimination case in Southern California. Sterling was prosecuted by the U.S. Justice Department for discriminating against prospective Hispanic and black tenants. Assuming the settlement is accepted by a U.S. district judge, Sterling will have the special distinction of giving the Justice Department the largest payout ever for a case involving apartment rentals. You will think NBA Commissioner Dave Stern, who was the commissioner at the time, who is extremely sensitive about the league's image, will have a strong rebuke, a significant fine, and a suspension in store for Sterling. Instead, the commissioner has offered only disappointing silence. I emailed the NBA's office for a response on Wednesday and was told Stern had nothing to say for now. I am sure if Sterling were wearing a throwback, sporting cornrows, or named Mark Cuban, we will have heard from the commissioner by now. If you think Sterling business practices aren't the NBA's concern, you need to read this thorough and disturbing story on Sterling by ESPN The Magazine Peter Keaton. This federal lawsuit wasn't an aberration by part of an alarming racist pattern. In 2003, some of Sterling's tenants filed a housing discrimination suit against him, alleging, amongst other things, that Sterling didn't want any black or brown folks in one of his apartment buildings, nor did he want any children. If you had the misfortune of belonging to the wrong ethnic group while you live in one of Sterling's buildings, your rent checks were refused, you were harassed, threatened, or evicted, and the Clippers might make the playoffs before anything was repaired in your apartment. One of Sterling's property managers testified that after Sterling bought one apartment building, the new owner remarked that the building carried a stench because all the blacks in the building, they smell. They are not clean. And it's because of all the Mexicans that just sit around and smoke and drink all day. That suit was settled confidentially in 2005. Limber has pushed the line and certainly stepped across it more than a few times with his commentary. But nothing Limber has said, or even been rumored to have said, come close to some of the things Sterling is accused of saying behind closed door about racial, ethnic groups. Sterling is making the league look bad, and its apparent indifference towards Sterling legal issues is making the NBA look even worse. If a player were involved in something like this, unseemingly, Stern would have issued a reprimand quicker than you can say salary cap. When controversy erupted over the coarse rap song Allen Iverson recorded in 2000, Stern quickly issued a statement calling the lyrics repugnant, and even held a meeting with Iverson, who eventually changed the lyrics. Iverson has to be scolded because, fair or not, he's always a representative of the NBA and its business interests. But so is Sterling. By doing nothing, Sterling is fueling the perception that the league catered to the old boys club, whether the old boys are in an executive chair or a floor seat. The NBA should treat Sterling the way Major League treated the late Marge Schott, who owned the Cincinnati Reds. Schott was suspended from baseball for more than a year and fined $25,000 for her racially insensitive remark. It doesn't matter that Sterling, in a statement from his attorney, continues to maintain he did nothing wrong and that settling these suits is just smart business. The NBA will be more than justified to hand down a severe penalty because the discrimination lawsuit represents only a portion of the humiliation and bad publicity Sterling has brought to the league. He reached confidential settlement, for example, in 2 sexual harassment cases. And let's not forget that former Clippers GM Elgin Baylor is suing Sterling for employment discrimination, alleging things that's similar to what's about Stern in previous discrimination lawsuit. So, as we can see, ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to beat our whole horse to death. There have been evidence out there regarding Donald Sterling behavior. We have evidence in this community that we may have inequities in the school system. We can correct that. It's easily to correct it. I mean, coming up on May 14th, we have the Community Coalition on Race having a forum at the Temple Charity Tefillah, Israel, located at 432 Scotland Road in South Orange at 7 p.m. The title of the forum is Conversation on Race. Most individuals, groups, and even institutions explicitly renounce racist, homophobic, sexist, ageist beliefs. But implicit bias operates at an unconscious level and are influenced by our cultural environment. How do we recognize implicit bias? How do our implicit biases influence our relationship in the community? How can we resolve to become more aware of how we make decisions, and if and when implicit biases may be at work in that process? You are invited to be a part of a diverse group of community members, business people, and community leaders, and to participate in our Conversation on Race forum. The event is free and open to the entire community. So where do we go from here? And that's the big question that we have to ask ourselves. Are we truly serious about changing things? Or are we just serious about making it look like we want to change things? Because we could always make believe. We could always make believe that we want to do something. We can have a survey. We can have a student survey. We can have a community survey. We can have a teacher/staff survey. And we can tell you, well, we are going to do something. We're going to do something about the achievement gap. I have been hearing my community of South Orange and Maplewood doing something about the achievement gap over a decade now. And the survey tells you what have been the improvements with respect to the achievement gap in South Orange and Maplewood. Are those kids doing better? Or are the kids who are already doing better doing even better? When are we going to seriously step up to the plate and decide this is the betterment for all of us? And as they say in the national anthem of Trinidad and Tobago, may every creed and race find an equal place. May every creed and race find an equal place. We can do that. I think we can do many spectacular things in these two communities of South Orange and Maplewood. But it just seems sometimes something is holding us back from actually pushing that knob or turning that knob or pushing that button to say enough is enough. Enough is enough. And there was a post on Facebook by our esteemed mayor, excellent post, and I responded to the post, and someone said to me, well, the discussion was private. Hey, yeah, it was private. We all have private discussion. The last thing we want is for our private business to become public. You know, I just thought about something. That's why we do certain things behind closed doors. We don't go publicly and do it. Because if we go publicly and do the same thing we do privately, there are consequences for our actions. Think about it. Think about when you close that bedroom door, some of the things we do behind the closed bedroom door. Can you go publicly and do those same things? If anyone